Hey guys, so I'm Wahid. I'm from RealLogic Sotheby's International Realty here in Seattle. A little bit about me. I joined the business about 2.5 years ago, and I was struggling with picking out a CRM, picking out how to start the business, how to proceed with getting leads, and how to just make money at the end of the day, and also give a value add to my clients and whatnot. But then I came across Follow Up Boss, and then I found out Elena Keys through like Facebook groups, and I've always been like a little Facebook nerd, and that's where I kind of saw her name and checked out the website, saw a bunch of email templates, and I was like, you know what, give this a shot. It's around $800 to $1,500. I forgot how much it was, and just did it. And it's honestly been the best, honestly, money I've spent. And I tell people that all the time. So
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for sharing. So prior to hiring us, where were you in terms of your business, your operations, your lead conversion process, your CRM, all that fun stuff?
I was still using Follow Up Boss. I mean, I've used Close before. I used ActivePipe, which is kind of like an email newslettering program. And I used what Sotheby's refers to us, which is Close. And it seemed very out of tech, outdated, very old, and everything was a little glitchy. I like things being smooth. We're in 2023. Like, we need to have things running smooth, right? And I ran into Follow Up Boss and joined the Facebook group. Like I said, the Facebook nerd came out of me. So I started looking at all the groups, all the posts, and I see everyone's mentioning this Elena, key technology. And I'm just like, oh my God, what is this? So I checked it out, like I said, and it honestly has helped my business. Like I'm getting emails from my clients and it says like, oh, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And I'm like, I never sent that, but you're welcome, you know?
Yeah,
There are a
that's
bunch of, and it helps just reactivate my past clients and reactivate some clientels that I would have never followed up with, or maybe just got too busy to follow up with.
yeah. So what ultimately led you to decide hiring us?
It was on your website. I mean, all the stuff you guys offered for the amount of money it cost, it seemed like it was too good to be true. So I looked at the Facebook groups, saw your name recommended so many times, and I was like, just give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? Lose $800 for a bunch of emails? Like, that's still a deal.
Yeah. And so after you signed up for our services, what different services did we provide for you in Follow Boss?
What different services you guys provided?
Yes. Yeah. What did we provide?
It was mainly the email templates that's holding me like accountable. And then also just knowing that if I let's say, for example, if I get 100 leads a day, which obviously it can be true, but let's say if it happens, I could sustain them now. I mean, I'm a one-man show. Maybe I hire an assistant I already have a transaction coordinator, but if I hire an assistant or something, like we could manage this all within those auto emails. And as long as you get their emails, that's all you need. Now you could pair up the texting side with AI, or texting Betty's one of them. And there's another one that you recommended as well. But there's a bunch that you could pair up the text side with. And even Ylopo, they have that one AI, I forgot their name, but
Yeah, Raya. Yeah. So I know you touched a little bit earlier about people reaching out to you and thanking you for emails. What other types of results have you seen with the setup, whether it's people responding or finding help with the smart lists and saving time? I'm curious to hear.
yeah, no, the smart list helps. At first, when I started, I was so confused, but you guys, I mean, explained it pretty well. You have the sheets, the documents that explain like what to do, what not to do, how to stage someone, how to put someone as a tag, what tag should you use, what sources should come, like everything has to be organized, right? And knowing that that is all organized and structured there, it helps obviously do the email templates and all the other stuff that you guys have provided. But having that touch base and not losing a touch contact with a clientele is the most important. Like I was doing it automatically on Follow Up Boss, but making my own little action plans where it reminded me to do it. But now it's like you have the emails, but it still reminds you to touch point, and it's just it's a powerhouse all in one.
Cool. So piggybacking off of that, what was your support like after receiving the revamp and maybe even beyond?
It was good. I forgot her name. It's some lady with the blonde hair. I think
Jenna. Yeah.
Jenna. Yes, she's so awesome. She's been so helpful. Like she actually checked in before this call today. She's like, hey, is this time still good? Like even after I paid you guys were still there to help and kind of proceed, like guide us through what to use, what not to use, and how to advance from it. And you're active on Facebook, so.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So last question for you. If someone was on the fence about working with us or they just weren't sure, what would you tell them?
I would say it's the best bang for your buck. I've honestly, I promise, and whoever watches this, you can't spend better money than this, honestly. Like, yeah, follow-up boss costs $69 for like the base package or whatever it is. And I mean, your package starts around, I believe, 900. It may change year to year, as I know you're growing exponentially and everyone loves your service. I haven't not heard one bad thing, which is great. But I totally forgot the question.
If someone were on the fence working with us, what would you tell them? I think you answered the question, unless you want to add anything else.
Yeah, I already answered it. Other thing I would probably add in is just you can't beat auto emails, and you guys can't beat your customer support team. Like, you have it built pretty well. And it's such a smart idea. It's like you paired up with follow-up boss to then provide such a complex service, but it's so seamless once you get it down.